Good, everybody. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. In this particular broadcast right here, I'm gonna help a lot of you brothers gain discernment when dealing with these ladies out here. Yes, indeed. I want y'all to take heed. Listen very carefully in this video. And let me throw my disclaimers out there. You know I gotta throw disclaimers out there. Because a lot of the times when brothers make videos like this, all the ladies be in the background like, who hurt you? And I want to make this clear that this is not something that's personal. A lot of times when I do these topics, it's based on what I feel the world needs to hear. It's also the Holy Spirit actually moving, trying to protect people of truth. And there's a lot of brothers out here who are green and naive. There's a lot of men out here who are oblivious. Some of these brothers are too confident to believe that these ladies are really stepping out here. I mean, they big steppers out here. I mean, you got all this sexual equality and the woman feels liberated. And she feels like she could do what a man does and still consider herself to be a lady. That's just the time that we living in. And a lot of you brothers are going to end up in a world full of pain if you just out here trusting these women. And I've seen it time and time again where brothers put all their eggs in one basket and they give their all to a woman who is not appreciative. I done seen brothers work that 9 to 5, daily grind, do what they need to do as men and still end up with the embarrassment, the humiliation, and the frustration of knowing that that woman is out here sneaky linking. And some brothers may ask, well, why would a woman go out here and step out when the man is working hard for her, providing for her, going to work, coming home? He ain't even doing nothing. He ain't going out nowhere. He just going to work, coming home. Why would she step out? For that exact reason. As men, you're not meant to be that way. She loses respect for a lot of you brothers. That's what happens. If you're not being a man, if you're not exploring, if you are not, hanging with your fellas time from time or getting out on your own time from time, that woman gets bored. The woman is capricious in nature. The woman is going to step out. She's going to search for some excitement. Even if you're not complimenting her enough to her liking. They're so impulsive to the point where if you're not complimenting that woman on a certain day and she goes out and somebody actually compliments her on something that she expected you to see, she liable to smash on cuz. She liable to go home with that dude. That's how serious the game is. And you brothers got to learn how to move, man. You got to understand the man's nature. You're not supposed to be with one woman. You're not supposed to be with one woman. She will lose respect for you. She will step out on you. She will search for a Pookie or a Ray Ray. She will search for somebody who has multiple women because that's just the reality of the situation. And then also there's some Jezebels out here who just love to get it in. Let's not act like there ain't some women out here who be doing some dirt, jugging and finessing on you brothers. Peep this. I was watching this video. Young brother. Almost felt bad for him. But I looked at what happened. I said, this is a learning experience here. This young brother, he went out of town for 2 weeks. Right before walking down the aisle with his fiance. So apparently, well, he must have went out of town longer than 2 weeks, but he came back 2 weeks early. So apparently he comes home. The woman is not there. Nobody's there. But he ends up going through the drawers. I'm talking about a drawer full of Lifestyles, Magnums, Trojan, you name it, KY Jelly. She got the whole mix up there. I'm talking about she got the whole sex mix up there. Like for the next 2 weeks, right before walking down the aisle, somebody was going to be going to Pound Town on her. That's multiple people. She probably was selling it or something like that. on one of these damn websites. She was probably on OnlyFans or something like that. And she was probably, you know, trying to make some money and have some fun at the same damn time. And the brother comes home and he calls her. He like, baby, where you at? And she like, oh, where you at? I'm home. I came home 2 weeks early. He like, where are you at right now? Where are you? She was like, well, why you home? He's like, listen, I've been through your drawer. What's all this in your top drawer? Well, why you home early? That's the woman right there. She ain't gonna take responsibility. She gonna gaslight him. You know how frustrating that is? That brother, you can hear the pain in his voice. It's almost like, no, not my queen. Yes, your queen. There's some of these joints out here that are scandalous. She's so scandalous. She's so scandalous. I'm like, damn, I can hear the pain in his voice. And he's like, man, come home right now. And she's like, look, let me call you back. You know when they get that tone right there? Look, let me call you back. She blaming you for her getting caught on her about that probably have some orgy action going on. I don't know what she had going on, but it was a lot of condoms. It looked like it was more than 2 weeks worth. And of course they were together, so you know they wasn't using those. But he was gonna take this woman down the aisle. Now imagine this. And this is why we tell you brothers all the time, do not marry these women. At any capacity, don't do it. I practice concubinism. I don't want no wife. I don't trust none of these women in 2023. I don't want no wife. I keep women at a distance. Because why? I'm not getting my emotions involved. Not doing it. You can say that's toxic. You can say it's this. You can say it's that. But it's just the truth. This is how we have to move in this day and age. So he was going to take this woman down the aisle, right? Now, I want you to imagine what this brother's life would have been like. What his life would have been like a year from there. What his life would have been like, you know, even months down the line of them being married, right? It would have got bad. It would have got real bad, right? I mean, this brother would have been all ready to walk down the aisle. And if she wanted to separate with him for one of these other guys, or he caught her red-handed, you already know the court system would have still worked on her behalf some way, some form, some fashion. So it's like brothers don't have no incentive of moving like that. You don't have no incentive to trust these women these days. You just don't, right? Now, here's where discernment comes in. Let's make this very clear. And for the record, before I get into the discernment part, for the record, there's alternative ways to get married. Let me just put that out there. With the Most High bring together, let nobody separate. There's marriage covenants that you can draw up yourself, get them notarized, and you can take it unto the Most High, whatever organization you may be part of, who ain't 501c3, who ain't connected to any government agencies or whatnot, and you want to draw up your own contract like with the UNY. We have marriage contracts, but they're not like, they're bounding between man, woman, and the Most High, right? It don't have nothing to do with the government or letting them intrude on your conglomerate. So I just wanted to put that out there for the record. But if you marry according to this world right now, you got to be foolish. Too many of those marriages are ending in divorce, and too much bad is happening because of that. Brothers are always getting the short end of the stick. You'd be a fool to do that. But anyway, brothers, there's discernment that you gotta have as men if you do want to take a woman serious. There's certain attributes you gotta look out for. Number one, if the lady you are with hold her homegirls, her friends, to a higher regard than you, meaning the opinions of her friends matter more than your opinions, than your thoughts. Let's make this perfectly clear. That woman more than likely is for the streets. More than likely she's for the streets. If she's spending a lot of time with her friends all the time, she want to go out every single weekend with her homegirls, better believe, yo, she ain't no good for you, because at some point and y'all's relationship and union, she should want to settle down and be, you know, ready to provide for a home. See, a lot of these women want the perks of getting married. They want a ring on their finger. They want a nice trips. You know, they want the expensive wedding, but they do not want to be wives. They don't want to be wives. They don't want to sit at home and actually be a wife. That's what it takes to be a wife. Tend to your home, tend to your children, make children. That's a wife. That's a wife. Not somebody who think they can have their cake and eat it too. Now, I'm not saying that a woman shouldn't get out. Sometimes we need y'all ladies to spend time with your homegirls and whatnot. But what I specifically said is she's always with them. She takes their opinion to a high standard. Listen, that woman is more than likely for the streets. And more than likely, her homegirls are hooking her up with other dudes and vice versa. You know, that's how it goes. They out here in these streets like men. Like literally, they trading dudes off. They sneaky linking. They getting pissy drunk. They hanging in dudes' cars. They going to various hotel rooms. This is the reality of the world you're living in right now. You know how many women are getting caught by their husbands popping up at these hotels, and these women are actually selling it. I'm talking about got secret OnlyFans accounts. And these women are getting down, man. I mean, don't trust them. So also when it comes into discernment, if you don't have a woman that's in your purpose, meaning she takes an interest in what you're doing and she's actually operating in a proper function. She has a role in what you're building. A role, meaning she's playing a part in what you're doing. She's invested in you, meaning she's invested in her interests. She is active in making sure that y'all's future is bright. She's building with you. She's a part of the dream. She is doing the groundwork. She's actually playing a role of a helpmate. Then more than likely, she's not really for the streets. But you gotta ask yourself, brothers, is that what your lady is doing? Is she helping? Are your lives separate? Because when you come together, when you put your DNA in that woman, she become your rib. Y'all are one. If she's not out here, you know, working for the greater good of your family, if there's not a sense of oneness, if she has her life and you have your life, and I mean that, let me add balance to that. Yes, women are meant to have their own life. They're meant to enjoy their lives. Too much time together is not healthy. It's very unhealthy. But what I'm saying is this. If her life is totally separate from yours, I mean, you got your thing, she got her thing. Hey, more than likely, if she's not playing a role in helping you build as a man, following your lead, more than likely she got a whole nother situation and scenario going on. That's just the reality of it. And I'm telling you these things because I don't want you brothers to come home one day from working all day, you know, being quote unquote loyal to one woman, and she in there and you can smell the musk in the air. Just imagine that, fellas. You walk through your door and you can smell sex in the air. You put your key in the door, your heart get to beating fast, and you just feel something ain't right. Something just not sitting right. And then you walk up in that joint and you can smell the aroma. It's candles lit. You can hear some damn Keith Sweat playing in the background. You hearing that bed squeaking upstairs, and you walk up there and yeah, you open that door, you crack that door open, and you see a few people in that room. You see a few people in that room. And one of them is your lady. One of them is your lady. And you like, not my queen. And then you begin to go into a panic attack. You don't know what to do. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. This is what's going down in this world right now. Like, if you're not safe, if you're not playing your role as a man, better believe these women they're gonna test the boundaries. Thanks for the say less. Thanks, says appreciate the game, homie. Thanks for the 10. I appreciate it. Yeah, This is why you brothers cannot have just one woman. And listen, as men, you got to be willing to walk away quick. Quick. Here's another rule. If a woman threatens to leave you, pack her belongings. This is something else you got to know as men. If your woman threatens to leave you, meaning the words come out of her mouth, it slips off the tongue. You know what? Maybe this relationship ain't working. Maybe we need some time apart. She's out here smashing. Leave her. Let her go. No matter of fact, you're right. You're thinking about leave. That thought crossed your mind before you get those words out. Hey, here's your bags. Here's your bags. Don't fight for the relationship. Don't go back and forth. Don't waste your time. Fellas, if that thought even creeped into her mind, she has other options that she's dealing with. Women are creatures of security. If she says something like that, she's been working on something. Women are very intentional in what they do. If she says that, she's talking to somebody else, and you need to let her go immediately. Immediately, let her go. And we're living in a time right now, because I'm dropping a lot of game right now in this video, so pound the like button. Look, we're living in a time right now where men are beginning to become more forthcoming with their intentions, because we're living in a time such as never before, and especially men who are in biblical truth, men who have spirituality, men who have a moral compass, men who live by a certain set of rules, men who are God-fearing brothers. We're going to tell women straight up, we're not going to lie to no women, because we fear God. We don't fear no woman. We don't care if we get your coochie or not. Either we're going to tell you the truth, and either you're going to stay or you're going to go. Listen, we have to answer to a higher power. So you got a lot of brothers who are more forthcoming. But these ladies, even though they might want to get with some of you brothers in truth, see, I'm going to warn you, they might want to get with you because it's something about you. But just because they want to get with you, don't mean they being forthcoming with you. I'm telling you, some of these ladies out here are chameleons. Just because they want to get with you, don't mean that they're going to solely be with you. They just want the experience. Some of these women are seasonal lovers. It just is what it is. They want the experience. They there for a season. They should be forthcoming with that. But you got to, as a man, use your discernment to figure it out. Because although your intentions may be right, theirs may be to have a fling of some sort. Theirs may be to have some fun, because that's what they used to doing. They used to going from man to man, participating in a quote-unquote dating culture. This is what they do. So, like, just because a lady may be interested in you, don't mean that she's loyal. Doesn't mean that she's only going to be with you. And I'm telling you this, you brothers, this because you got to be sharp. Yep. Somebody said, deceiving. It says, I thought it was no sex before marriage. Well, marriage, according to the Bible, sex is marriage. So no, I'm not here deceiving. In the actual book, the consummation itself was marriage. See, you live in a Western world, so you wouldn't understand these type of things. Yes, the ceremonies are customary, but you know, the actual coming together, when two flesh become together, that's actual marriage. And I don't think a lot of you Christians understand that yet, but it's okay. That's what I'm here for, to actually educate you. But it just so happens that there's a lot of women out here, quote unquote, giving into marriage with a lot of different men. There's a lot of men giving into marriage with a lot of different women who aren't their wives, if that makes any sense. Because if you can recall, when Christ approached the Samaritan woman, what did he say to her? He said, oh, you've been married 4 times, but none of them is your husband. And she was like, who are you? He just knew. He knew how many bodies she had. You notice how we use the word marrying, meaning she laid down and had relations with 4 men, but none of them was her man. None of them. She was just out here doing her. She wasn't letting the Most High choose, or allowing the Father The father, because that's what was customary, to actually choose that man, that husband, that suitable mate. Marriages were more so arranged back then, because marriage came with a purpose. It was to better legacy. It was to better, society. It was to build family. Right. It wasn't just this lovey-dovey fairy tale stuff that a lot of these ladies are into. And that's another reason why a lot of these ladies go out here and they out here getting busy. I mean, they getting busy. I mean, they out here. And it's becoming, and a lot of fellas can attest to this, it's getting easier to get them, because that's how they moving. It's just how they moving. Somebody said those who lack integrity won't understand. Exactly. This video, I do realize that some of this content goes over people's head because they just don't get it. What I'm here to do is warn you not to trust these modern women. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. You're going to be in a world full of pain. And I'm going to tell you something about what's done in the dark. It comes to the light. It comes to the light. Oh, you better bet your bottom dollar. It's gonna come to the light. And if you brothers can learn how not to be emotionally invested in these women. Don't ever give no woman your emotions. Brothers, oh man, I'm breaking this down to you to a T, family. Listen. Your job is to lead a woman. Your job is to be that man, that's guiding her in the right direction. Women, they come with emotions. They come with emotions. Let's stop demonizing women's emotions. It's our job to know how to deal with their emotions. That's why I salute any brother who's been married for a long time, who has kept his wife since youth, any brother who has maintained a household for a certain amount of time. I applaud those brothers. You know why? Because those brothers know how to deal with that woman's emotions, right? And even a brother who has maintained women for a certain amount of time. Look, y'all. I don't know where she came. Oh, it's a he. I don't know where he came from. That's a bully. But anyway, sorry for the distractions. But emotions. You brothers do not want to invest your emotions. Your job is to not cater to a woman's emotions, but lead her out of her emotional state. Let her know when she operating on that low frequency, right? That's the point I'm making. Even brothers who just maintain a circle of women, even if y'all not living together or whatever the case may be, brothers who can maintain women in their life, maintain healthy relationships, you got to applaud that. And, that's why it's crazy when a woman gets with a brother and he already had women and she mad. Baby, I already got women because I know how to maintain their emotions. That's why I got them. That's why they not going nowhere. And if you're dealing with me, there's going to be other women in my life. Why? Because we're invested in each other. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point that I'm making is this. Brothers, you can't give into your emotions, because when things start to go downhill and backtrack, if you giving your woman your emotions, man, if something go wrong, these are the brothers that be kicking in the doors, waving in the 4-4s. These the type of dudes that are murking women out. These the type of dudes who are losing their mind, throwing away their lives, going to prison for extended amount of times. Why? Because some 304 that he trusted slid on him, stepped out on him. That's dead. I don't want to see you brothers going to jail over no cooch, man. I don't want to see you brothers down bad. You know how many brothers is in a grave over some cooch? You know how messy these broads is out here, bro? You know how messy they are. I'm talking about, listen, man, all it really takes is for a woman to not disclose certain information about herself, and somebody can die behind that. Do you understand what I'm saying? When we wonder why the murder rate is so high in our community, because these broads is messy. It's the truth. Listen, all it takes is a woman not to disclose that she got a man. That's all it takes. And I'm telling you, they crafty out here. A woman will be living with a dude, and you won't even know it. She'll be living with a dude. She'll tell you something like, my home getting renovated. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we got to meet here, or I got to come to your place. Yeah, my spot getting renovated, or she'll tell you something, bro. And whole time, there's a whole man living with her. She been in a relationship, a long-term relationship. And you don't know what that dude capable of. You don't know what his mental status is. And you can be with that woman one day, and that dude kick in the door, he in on you, and that's it. He get the drop on you, that's it. It's over for you. That's the world you living in, bro. Yep, somebody said messy women will get a man caught up every time. That's a fact. Somebody said, I know you be seeing it go down in the ATL. Hey, Kristan, man, what? Bro, let me tell you something. It was a scenario that just took place not too long ago with a friend of mine who happens to be my barber. You know, well, one of my barbers, I got two barbers, but one of my barbers, he, you know, he had this situation where he got hooked up with this chick by another homie that he was hanging with. And the chick that he got hooked up with, the homie did not disclose the information to the, so dudes be messy too, because the homie that hooked him up with the chick didn't disclose that that girl had a man already and she was trying to get out of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why he knew it because his girl was trying to put him on. So, you know, that's why I don't like matchmaker or playing hookup like that, because what ended up happening was, since that information was not disclosed, they were at an event, and, you know, dude basically ran into him, didn't even know, and it was about to go down. Like, it's literally about to go down out there because of this, because of some information that just was not known. Because these bras, they be trying to get a man before they get out of a relationship. That's what they do. That's where the messiness comes in. And people don't be trying to, you know, let them know that's not the road you take. That's not how you do things. Because if you do that, you know, you putting other people's lives in danger. So that happens a lot out here. Like, women just can't leave you, hey, this relationship ain't working. No, they got to make sure that they got somebody else to go to. And that's just not good. Somebody said trying to lock in security. That's exactly what they be doing. Yeah, somebody said people fake like that. That's a fact. Somebody said, grandma taught me how to be a woman, not a Jezebel. I'm glad she taught you right. But it's a lot of ladies out here who need some lessons. Somebody said a woman should be the one giving you everything that you need. You need to be the one giving everything that she needs. Well, here's the thing. A lot of women can't separate their wants from needs. That's the issue. As a man, being logic-based, you know what a need is and you know what a want is. A lot of the daughters of Zion are haughty. They got wanting eyes. They are facetious in how they move. So what end up taking place is they're always looking, wondering if they can do better, wondering if they can have better, wondering if they have what it takes to advance in financial status or social status. They're wondering if they can change their lifestyle, what was between their legs. And they out here, especially when you go to certain cities like Atlanta, this is not the place to be in a real family, like a real family, because it's so much temptation out here for men and women. And not saying it can't be done, that's not what I'm saying at all. But when women have so much options, or what they think is options, and so many events and so much to do, and this is what the city is designed to do. It's designed to keep their minds from being wives. It don't want them at home providing. It wants them for the streets. And that's not just Atlanta, it's other places, cities in general. That's why another thing, if your woman is willing to move wherever you move, I'm talking about when I move, she move. Just like that, when I move, she move. And you want to go off to a distant land, and you want to be somewhere secluded, and that woman wants to follow suit, and she's relieved to go that direction. That's your woman. She not for the streets. If she's lockstep with you, that is your woman. She not for the streets. Just like Leon on Snowfall. When he went to Africa, got out of there, his woman wanted to go right with him. You know why? Because she was done with the streets. She was done with that. She wanted to be with her man, somewhere safe, somewhere in solitude. Listen, a lot of these women are like Lot's wife. A lot of these women are like Lot's wife. I ain't told one lie yet. I ain't gonna never lie to y'all. They're gonna turn their ass around and turn into a pillar of salt. That's the time you living in. A lot of them are like that. Ask yourself, are you with Lot's wife? How much pushback is your woman giving you when you trying to get into this spiritual truth? How much pushback is she giving you when you standing bold as a man and standing in your purpose and making moves as a brother? How much is she standing in the way? How much pushback is she giving you? Or is she looking back? Is she looking back? Is she still got connections with the world? Does she still want to, go out on the weekend wearing the poom shorts, you know what I'm saying, showing off the rear end and the derriere, out here getting pissy drunk with the homies and, meeting at certain vantage points and having rendezvous, secret locations, times you don't know where the hell she at. When you don't know where your woman at, she getting dug out. I'm gonna break the news for you. If you ever pick up your phone and text your girl and something comes into your spirit and there's butterflies in your stomach and she ain't text you back, she probably out somewhere getting her back blown out. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. If she have a pattern of disappearing and for hours at a time and you don't know where your woman at, she busy. She busy getting lit up in these streets. I'm just keeping it a buck. And if you trust her, it is what it is. I'm not lying. I am not lying. They got way too many options. They got all these dudes in their phone. They got a lot of quote-unquote options, but a lot of them ain't got no quote-unquote husbands. That's the thing. That's the difference. Because the dudes out here they just getting it in. They having a good time. Somebody said, that's not your woman. Yeah. Well, my man Yo Gotti said, that chick ain't your chick, dog. You can kiss her, you can love her, you can hug her, you can all night. All night. But that chick ain't your chick, dog. That was my joke back in the day. Hey, that was my joke, because it's true. Some of y'all brothers be overconfident. Y'all be overconfident. Yeah, you supposed to take care of your business when you dealing with your woman, and y'all know what I mean. But you ain't supposed to be overconfident, believing that these women ain't always on the prowl out here. You got to pay attention to how she move. King Connect, thanks for the 10, says these women get with different men for an experience, not purpose. Sad, exactly. Because they all about having fun. You know Cindy Lawford. These girls just want to have fun. It ain't about purpose for a lot of them. A lot of them are in moral disarray. They done drunk the wine of Babylon. Yo, thank you for the 5, says a lot of women nowadays have no morals, and you got to know what's best for you and your future kids. I show my dad your music, he loves it. It unchanged my life. Man, all praises to the Most High, man. That's beautiful. And you're right. A lot of these women these days, they lack a moral compass. It's like they're so fixated on being equal to a man. They want to be equal to you. If you can do it, I can do it. And that's just the wrong mentality. That's the wrong mentality. And I'm gonna tell you, because we're working on discernment, right, fellas? There's certain telltale signs that you can get off the buck, off the break. Now, mind you, you're not gonna find no perfect woman out here. The Bible says, who can find a virtuous woman? because she's more precious than diamonds, rubies, and precious gems and exotic stones. You're not gonna walk down the street and just find the pot of gold like that. So what that means is every woman that you meet is gonna come flawed. She may be in a club doing her thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You may meet her there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It may be a situation where she not dressing as humble as you would like her to dress. But here's the thing. Brothers, I need you to understand how much voltage and power you have as men. Especially men of Yah. Not saying that you can turn a quote-unquote 304 into no housewife. But what I am trying to say to you is, you're not going to meet a woman that's perfect, and sometimes you got to give them a chance. You got to give them a chance. Now, while giving them a chance, you need to see how they move. You need to pay attention to everything. Everything. You need to, listen, you need to learn her ins and outs, her whereabouts, how she moved, who she moved with. I'm not telling you to stalk her. This information should be available to you. She should show you these things. She should bring you into her life. It shouldn't be a mystery. It shouldn't be you trying to figure out how she moved, or you trying to get a damn investigator watching the woman. No, she's supposed to bring you into her life. If she's not doing that, she for the streets. She for the streets. She's trying to stay mysterious for a reason. You just got to peep game. And everybody in here should be pounding the like button because you watching, even if you in disagreement or you pissed off or you low-key that woman who is sneaky linking out here. There's a lot of them sneaky links going on out here. A lot of y'all women got to go stop at one of the trucking stops and go freshen up before you go home. Yeah. You got to go over there and pop your behind up in a sink and take a bird bath. Because you out here, you're being bad. You in them streets, you're being low down and you're being dirty, you're being scandalous. And let's make this clear. Let's make this clear. Men are pre-genetically dispositioned to deal with more than one woman, period. That's all it is to it. You ladies are not. Every time you out here with the next man, your brain is being altered. You're going through a damn metamorphosis over there. Why? Because you letting every Tom, Dick, and Harry have your body. And while that's happening, you going crazy. You literally losing your damn mind. You're losing your marbles because of that. Because every time that man DNA goes in you, you change. Matter of fact, there's a study that shows that if a man can make a woman orgasm for the next 30 days, that man's DNA is literally in her. She's literally a part of him. She carries it around. So imagine that woman dealing with one man, going to the next. Listen, this is why y'all be out here tweaking. And brothers, this is also why you may be with a woman that you're quote unquote loyal to, and her emotions are all over the place. She's projecting. She's blaming you for stuff that she's doing. That's another thing. Use discernment. If your woman over here accusing you of cheating all the time, who is this? Where you been? Well, where you been at? And some of you brothers may be monogamous. And if she's accusing you all that, guess what? She doing it. Everything she accusing you of, she doing it. She paranoid for a reason. It's called projection. She's literally projecting what she's doing. And she's wondering why it's not happening to her. Okay, you know, I was with Tyrone, Malik, Corvell, Dante. Just this month alone, I know he gotta be doing something. He just can't be going to work. That's how they be. That's why I told you, brothers, don't put all your eggs on one damn basket. You got to be crazy. In 2023, with the sexually liberated woman, you out here putting all your trust in one woman, you got to be crazy. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And let me tell you this as well, brothers. Some may agree, some may disagree. Personally, this is just my personal take on this one. If your woman get caught cheating, you need to leave her alone. And I'm not saying that because once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't necessarily agree with that. But what I will say is, at that point, she's not your woman. At that point, when another man has her, she's not your woman. Me personally, I will always think about what she did with that other man. It would never work. Me personally, it would just never work. Some of you guys got to know yourself. Instead of forgiving her and living and let live, and some of us know we would never forgive for that. Every time you kiss that woman, you're going to be thinking about what she been doing with them lips. Now, of course, you know, women had people before you, but it's different when they do it. And I say that because there's not a lot of women that's virgins these days. But it's different when she do it while y'all together. It's like the memory is instilled in your mind. Like she could, damn, I wonder that night when I was doing X, Y, and Z, I wonder if did she do X, Y, and Z with so-and-so? No. That's just no good. If she get caught, that's it. That's a damn done deal. For me, personally. And then somebody said, yep, she did. Somebody said that truck stop Fresh Up is crazy. Right, that's what they do. They go to them truck stops and they go take showers. So you don't smell the sex on them when they come in the door. Somebody said everybody has an opinion. Yeah, I shared one opinion, but the rest was facts. Somebody said, I love these live streams, bro. So glad I'm not dealing with these women you speaking about. Real talk. And for some of us, man, we just got to go straight monk mode. Listen, for a lot of you brothers, you got to stay away from women in general and get your priorities in order. If you don't have the luxury time to actually spend with women, and I mean just have the time for them, like you don't need them. And I mean because if you haven't substantiated something and grounded yourself in this world, you don't need to have no women at the time. Like priorities are key. If you move to a new city or a new state as a man, you want to make sure you got the necessities before you out here playing around with these women. I remember when I moved to South Carolina, I had a bunch of people playing hookup, and you know, I had to get my mind right. Like some of my friends and stuff would try to play hookup before I got established, and I just wouldn't date. I wouldn't do none of that. You know, I wouldn't date. I wouldn't do none of that because sometimes in life, brothers, you gotta take the road less traveled. Just be alone, man, and do what you need to do. Somebody said she like it, do some strange things for a shower. Man, they be out here, bro. They be out here down bad. Somebody said not in a relationship, being single feels so good. Right. Somebody said, call me monk man. Yep, you got to do that sometimes. Yeah, man, I just want to help you brothers and make sure you brothers don't ever fall victim to that damn Jezebel or that succubus. Or get clapped out here in these streets. Because there's a lot of brothers this summer. I said this last summer. But the summer's coming again. It's gonna be a hot girl summer, right? You brothers better be careful because there's some simps out here who don't understand who they woman is. That's another thing you gotta look out for. There's some simps out here who don't understand who they woman is. So stay away from dealing with anybody else's chick. You need to ask the right questions. Listen, as biblical men, you gotta understand this time, these women are not gonna, it's like they done signed NDAs and the 304 organization not to disclose certain information. They have a non-disclosure agreement with Satan not to tell you that she got some dude she dealing with. They're not gonna tell you. They're always gonna say they ain't had sex in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. When the last time you got it in? 3 months, 4 months, 5. They got it in the night before. They got it in the night before. They got it in probably the same day. So if you brothers meet a chick out there and they be like, and you be like, so when the last time, you know, you had sex? And she say 3, 4 months, a year. Oh, it's been a year. That's a damn lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. She was doing something that morning. That morning. Matter of fact, right before she came to see you. True story. Right before y'all's date, she was getting it in. It's just the facts. It's the time you living in. It's just the truth. Just don't trust them like that, brothers. Like, you got to have spiritual discernment. This is why you got to be a man of Yah. That's why you got to stay in your Bible. He going to keep you protected. Somebody said, I'm not out here messing with another man's woman or getting cheated on by no woman. Focus on the money and being single. That's some great advice. That's real talk. But I do realize there's a lot of brothers that watch this channel that is at a certain age demographic. So some of my videos, they'll be like, Breathe, what are we talking about? I know that you kind of like a family man. You got your concubines, you got your peoples or whatever, you got your thing on. Why are you talking about this? Because I know the brothers that watch my channel. I understand that the brothers, what they're going through in these streets. I've been there. I get it. I know what's out here. I interact with women. I engage with women. I talk to them. I'm not one of these brothers who don't know what's going on in these streets. So the information is coming from wisdom, and I'm trying to make sure that these brothers don't end up dead, in jail, losing their rabbit mind over a woman, bro. Like losing your mind. Like the pain I heard in that young brother voice, like that was about to be his wifey. Can you be my wifey? Man, we talking about meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger, we might as well do this. We cannot be apart, girl, I must confess. Let's get married. We talking about his queen, not my queen. Bro, we talking about she was having a sausage fest. Bro, she was having a whole sausage fest on this man, bro. Yo, how you think that make me feel as an OG? And I know my young brothers who trying to do the right thing going through this. How you think that make me feel? What would I tell my son? What would I tell my son or my nephews? What would I say to them? I'd be like, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm saying in this video. That's what I would tell them. Nephew, son, don't trust these women. Don't do it. Don't trust them. Listen, and I would give them all the spiritual voltage they need. Everything I said in this video, how a woman should move, that's how you know you got you a wife. If she's too connected to what's going on in this here world, in this society, yo, you gotta be aware of a woman like that. She love building soul ties with other men. It makes her feel liberated. She love doing X, Y, and Z to the next man and then coming home and tonguing you down. She love it. It make her feel like a diva. It make her feel empowered. It make her feel, it's an invigorating rush for her. That's how demonic she is. The levels of disrespect that some of you brothers are enduring and don't even know it. And some of y'all know. Some of y'all know. What's that one song when they was like, if you cheating, don't let me know. Please don't let me know. Cause my heart can't take it anymore. If you cheating, baby, please don't let it show. Y'all some simps for that. Who made that song? That's the worst song in the world. Oh man, was that Diddy? That song was awful. But it's a lot of guys like that. Y'all be knowing in your heart of hearts, in your mind of minds. You be knowing deep down in your soul. Look, I'm talking to you. You know what your girl doing. You know exactly what she doing. Yeah, you know that dude at her job that keep taking her to lunch. You know they eating more than lunch. Yeah, you know. You come pick her up, and you like, who's that? Oh, that's just my co-worker. That's Marquell. We go to lunch together. We go eat. We go to Ruby 2 days, and on our lunch break. He good peoples. And you brothers be like, oh, I trust her. That's my baby. That's my queen. You know Marquell. eating more than lunch on lunch break. You already know what's going on in your heart. You know it. But you on some simp, you on some weird behavior. That's weird. As a man, you got, listen, any woman that's with you supposed to be with you and you alone. Why am Marquel taking her to lunch? So y'all got, listen, women don't have male friends. Women do not have male friends. Okay? If they're in a relationship. Let me clarify that, because there's some women out here who say use friend just so they could use a man for something. It could be a resource or something like that. But for the most part, if you're in a relationship, your woman ain't supposed to have no homeboy. Why she got a homeboy for? Hell no. Them women who been friends with a brother since high school. Oh, that's my some of y'all dudes, man, y'all be allowing some stuff, boy. Oh, I'm just going back to my hometown. Oh, that's my friend Devin. We've been, since grade school, me and Devin been cool. Look, more than likely she's sucking Devin off, bro. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. When she go down there, she's sucking Devin off, bro. It's just the truth. I'm not lying to y'all. It's just the truth. Hey, it is what it is, man. I'm just keeping it a buck. Somebody said, she ain't no righteous until she proves it to you. Actions, not word. Exactly. I don't care about all that. I love you, baby. I love, 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 love. Actions. If your woman is willing to, and I'm not saying that woman should seclude herself from all her friends and family. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying, if she's willing to move lockstep with you, and you know when a woman is down. You just know it in your gut, like, yo, this is mine right here. This mine right here. You know when it's true, and you know when it's not. And just because she say it's yours, you know, baby, this yours. Oh man, y'all brothers be falling for it. She be spinning you around, have your mind gone, tossing you up, and you thinking that's it. You know it's yours. She told the same. Look, she told Tyreek the same thing last week. He think it's his too. He think it's his and you think it's yours. Ain't that a damn shame? Y'all know they got this thing now where women are practicing polygamy. There's one lady in Atlanta, I can't remember her name, but she got 2 damn husbands, bro. And she's sitting there like a boss with these 2 men sharing this woman. That's the time we getting into. It's so wicked in this society that y'all will accept that before you accept a man having more than one wife. Ain't that a damn shame? Oh, I know this society is evil as hell. Y'all will accept a woman with 2 husbands. And she's sitting there like a boss. I mean, that's how she's sitting there. There's a video clip I got. She's sitting there, one dude on one side, the other dude on the other side, and they like, yeah, people criticize us and blah, 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 blah. Nobody pushing back on that. But if I sit up here and tell y'all, brothers, don't put all your eggs in one basket, have you a few women, because that's a man's nature. Y'all want to push back against that. The hell with this backwards world. I know I ain't wrong. I know I ain't wrong. Yeah, what you need with 2 husbands? We have a name for that. I don't even want to get into details about how unsanitary that is. It's unsanitary. That's the only word I got. Unsanitary. That's what it is. Somebody said, Bree, you got to stop with these hood names. Yo. Y'all wild, Joe. No, man, don't trust them, yo. And then look, there's more discernment I'm going to give you. Don't trust no woman who tries to make you jealous on purpose. Y'all know them type of women. Them type of women that'll sit down, cross them legs, let that thigh meat hang out in front of a bunch of men, knowing everybody watching. Don't trust that. Or that woman that's walking a certain way when there's guys around, trying to get attention. Or that woman that's flirtatious, all in somebody's face. Listen, bro, you're gonna drive yourself crazy dealing with a woman like that. She trying to make you prove yourself. She wants you to jump off the porch. That's what she want. She want to take you around the hood so you can, you know what I'm saying? So you can see all the men gawking at her and all that so you can catch a case out that joint. Yo, bro, let me tell you. A real woman is not going to allow no man to approach her in any way when she with you. You understand? A real woman, when she with you, is she really into you? Ain't no way she gonna let no man approach her in the least disrespectful way. Don't you see me with my man? A woman know how to do her body to ward off attention too. Don't get it twisted. Now it's different if a man just walk up out of nowhere on some pervert stuff and grab your woman or something like that. That's when you let loose. That's when you let the rage out. That's when you bring the pain. You understand what I'm saying? But there's a lot of women who want to see that out of you. That's because they into a bunch of different dudes. That's why. They like the attention. They get a rush from that. They want to see you behind bars, man. Don't trust them type of women. I'm telling you now. Somebody said, let me see. Somebody said, I tried to take one to Red Lobster so I can snatch that bag. Talking about Mayday, best man win. Oh, man. I don't know what you mean by that, bro. But stay away from them lobsters. Only thing Red Lobster got is biscuits. Biscuits is all right. Somebody said she want to have you fighting men like it's UFC. That's a fact. Somebody said, yep, I intentionally wear long hoodies and shirts at work because my male co-workers are porn hypnotized. Wow. See, she know how to protect herself. She know how to guard her energy. She knows she'll around a bunch of damn pervs. That's a damn shame. You see, y'all hear that, brothers? You hear what watching porn? You see what it do? You see how it make women feel? Somebody said, can you give me a wrench? I won't let you down. I've been watching the stream for a long time. I help get these witches and warlocks out of the streams. Yeah, I am going to be handing out wrenches soon, but you have to be a member for a while. I see that I think I've seen that name, but you have to be a member. In order to get a wrench over here, you have to be a member all the way until you get the highest rank. You have to keep a membership. And you have to be around and I have to see you active. That's how you get wrenches over here. Somebody said, gotta stop watching that porn. Facts. Yeah, man. So, you know, brothers, don't trust them. You'd be a fool if you do. Somebody said, took her to Red Lobster to snatch that bag. Well, I don't know what he meant. What you mean by that? Like, would you snatch her purse? You took her to Red Lobster, left her there, snatched her purse. That's how I took that. I didn't know what you was meaning by that, bro. It's like, I took her to Red Lobster to snatch that bag. What that mean, bro? That man was like, hold on. That man waited till she went to the restroom. Nah, baby, leave that right here. I got you, girl. She was like, man, I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Yeah, leave that right here. I got you. Snatched her purse and dipped off. That's some crimey, bro. You cruddy for that, bro. That's cruddy. Somebody said, new breed, this girl at work right now got a whole boyfriend and her tatas are out and bearing everything. Right. See, that's what I'm saying. She for the streets. She for the streets. But a poor boy, homeboy, he come to work, probably pick her up every day. She might even, who knows how she moves? She might button the cleavage up when she leave work. Hey, these women be changing clothes too. Y'all know the game. Listen. They be changing clothes, bro. Like, yo, I'm telling you, if your woman got a real big purse, like a big purse, let me tell you, brothers, y'all got to start paying attention to details. If she got a real big purse, I'm telling you, she got the Hoochie Mama apparel in that joint. She got the Hoochie gear in there, bro. And when she leave, she might be dressed appropriate when she leave that house. But all she got to do is pull over, jump into the Hoochie gear, and she out there in them streets. She getting, you know, she out there getting her cheeks cuffed and everything. I mean, man, brothers of this up and coming generation, hear my words and may they live on. Don't trust these 304s. Use discernment and discretion. Make a woman earn her position in your life by proving herself, not just talking. And just because you get with a woman don't mean she is automatically preview to your entire soul and your spirit and your emotions. Just because you get with a woman don't mean that she is preview to your lifestyle or anything that comes with it until she proves herself and works herself in the right position by her actions. Brothers, that's just the facts. Other than that, on a main level, there's a lot of ladies out here that can't be trusted. When you get the right ones, you'll know. And 9 times out of 10, you'll get the right ones from being obedient to the Most High. If you're obedient to Him, He's going to reward you for that. All you got to do is stay on your path and stay focused and do what you got to do as men out here. Look, I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for supporting the stream. Support the work at patreon.com/newbreed. Also, newbreed.love. More content coming. Man, y'all have a blessing. Shalom and peace.